sprinkles.
Oh, what are you wolfing at? What are you doing? My fangs.
Study draping.
No!
What?
She look at me.
Have your own single file.
The sun beat down. I had the radio on. I was driving. Trees flew by. Me and Del were singing. Little light away. Yeah, I was flying. Yeah, running down a dream that never would come to me. Working on a mystery. Going where it leads. Running down a dream.
Welcome to the Go Bowling at the Glen, telecast presented by Applebee's. Energy here in Watkins Glen, New York, absolutely fantastic. It's time for last-minute thoughts and stories from the hardest Pink Tip reporters in the garage, beginning with Marty.
Well, Krista, these days, if there's an Elliott family member making NASCAR headlines, it's usually Chase driving this number 9 car. But yesterday, his Hall of Fame father, Bill Elliott, made headlines when he announced at 62 he would run the Xfinity Series race at Road America in a couple of weeks. But today, he has a job spotting for Chase through the Interloop, and he may very well witness Chase's first career win. If there was one car that could keep up with the 18, it was Chase Elliott, Kelly.
Denny Hamlin has had at least one win every year of his Cup career, but he's winless here in 2018. Could this be the place that changes all that? Well, Denny Hamlin won this race back in 2016. He's had 5 straight top 10s on road course races, and oh, by the way, Dave, he starts from the pole position.
Kelly, racers have a lot of bucket list items, and even though Kyle Busch has won here 2 times, his crew chief Adam Stevens does not have a trophy from here with Kyle. It's on his to-do list for today, and it could very well happen. Hey, remember, you can't roll a strike until you get the ball rolling. So let's get the engines fired here at Watkins Glen.
What was you doing upstairs?
It's time for those most famous words in motorsports. Here to give the command, please welcome our Grand Marshal.
Did you go get a Bobo?
New York State Bowling Proprietors Association, Scott McLaughlin. Drivers, start your engines.
Coming down, please.
What a great sound when the engine gets fired up alongside crew chief Steve Letard. I'm Rick Allen, and we come to a racetrack where the setting is just so beautiful. The atmosphere here is incredible.
Yeah, it's not just beautiful, it's electric.
What do you
The place
got?
is full. There are campers everywhere.
What do you-
Every
hey.
seat has a person in it. Here on the front stretch.
They throw it right back to us. Let's welcome in the three guys who will be out on the track. Mike Bagley, you've got the S's. We are excited to hear you call all of the action as they climb up that area of the track.
And we're so glad to be here, Rick, and excited to be here. You talk about that climb, 125 feet work from the bottom of turn number 2 to the top of turn number 4. Quite the elevation change as these drivers make their way through. We're going to talk a lot about curbing today. The curbing here, not your best friend in the S's. Ryan Newman found out the hard way during practice. He scrubbed that curbing, slung the car to the right and into the Armco barrier. Stay off the light blue curbing. And actually, not the curbing, the wall. You hook the curves, things get hooked. Things get going hot and heavy in a heartbeat. Get turned around. Jamming up the field. That's a blind corner. That climb up through turn number 3 and off of turn number 4. They'll race down the back straightaway and into a very complex set of corners in front of Dale Earnhardt Jr. That's right. These guys are going to come down this back straightaway. They're going to come into the inner loop. Once they exit the inner loop, they go around this carousel and headed toward Jeff Burton in turn 6. But let's see some of the action from last year. Watch these guys arguing going into the inner loop, trying to disagree about who's going to get the position on that. It's going to create a lot of issues like this today. We're also going to see guys trying to use these curves to straighten out the inner loop. That's the fast way to get through the inner loop. But it's also going to create problems for these guys. It can tear up their race car. You can also knock them loose, knock them into other competitors. So we're going to see guys use those curves a lot in the inner loop. If they're not getting through the inner loop, they're going to have trouble in the carousel. You're going to see guys giving each other a lot of pressure through there like we saw yesterday in the Xfinity Series. Keselowski didn't get through the inner loop very well. Larson was able to give him a lot of pressure in the carousel. Those guys are going to have a lot of fun over here today. I'm going to have fun watching them. Then they head to Jeff Burton.
And I'm excited to see him come off that carousel onto the back straightaway because that's where the action starts, trying to position yourself for turn 6. And we've seen huge wrecks here. We've seen big impacts. You're going so fast, and then you hit that outer wall, and it leads you back into the straightaway right in front of ongoing traffic. That is something we've seen here time and time again. I was one of them. I wish I could forgive that one, but I can't. And then they come to turn 6, a battle for the win late in the race. Turn 6 and side by side in turn 7. Many times we've seen these two corners determine the winner of this race.
Yeah, Jeff, there have been fantastic finishes here at Watkins Glen. And on this perfect day, we would expect nothing less. A sold-out crowd at Watkins Glen International. Green flags next.
Go bowling.
Hey guys. Yeah. I was seeing if the chat worked. It does.
Winning back in 2015. Eric Almirola and AJ Allmendinger will be in row 4. 36-year-old out of California, 2014 winner here. Let's see if we can chat with AJ.
All right, let's try to line them up here there, Rick. Hey, AJ, it's Steve Letard in the NBC booth. You got a copy, pal?
I got you, man.
Well, it's always great to come back to a place where you found success. You've won here before. How's the weekend been for you?
It's been a little bit up and down, trying to get the right balance and speed out of the Kroger quickly Chevy's been a little bit of a challenge, but made some good changes going into qualifying to make it the second round going inside the top 10. Obviously, gift cars, chasing really fast.
I know.
We get up there with 10, 5 laps to go. I'll make something happen.
I don't doubt it, but just be right to my second question. You can't come to a road course without your name being listed as a favorite. What makes you so good on these road courses?
Some of it's my background. It's what I grew up doing. Guys are short track racers. They're really good at short track and things like that. This is what my nature's been. I think your driver can make more of a difference on a road course. Ruskin Flint itself is kind of a super speedway of road courses. So downforce and motors is a big deal here, and everybody's so good to come through it now. So the gap has shrunk a little bit, but I still feel like when I learn my best in the race team, I'm at my best. I go out there to beat anybody.
But we'd like to wish you good luck and say thank you for taking the time to talk to the fans right before you go into battle. I know they appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for everything you do. Packed out for the one as always. Pretty awesome.
Absolutely, and of course, as we're sitting here riding along with AJ Allmendinger, he has the Kroger Click List on board, and he also has this great camera, which is the right front bumper, right on the front of the bumper of this car. We're going to see that.
Another is this is the Ford Performance onboard camera. Those are the feet of Kevin Harvick. They will be busy. It's only 7 turns. Those are the shifting gun today.
We're going to be looking right back at Joey Logano with the Coca-Cola onboard camera. He is starting in the 6th position today.
Starting in the 2nd row, the 4th position. Martin Truex Jr. with the Toyota onboard camera. This camera right here shoots out the right side of Truex's car. We're going to see some other vehicles, perhaps some Armco as he goes up through the S's. It's going to be a great shot.
All right, Steve, let's break down this track.
Well, you heard AJ talk about it, strategy, and it all comes because of the way this race gets broken down. When you look at this track, we've talked about it, 7 turns, a 2.5-mile road course, 90 laps, a little over 220 miles. The first and second stage, both 20 laps in length. And that final stage, though, that's the long one, Rick. 50 laps that cannot make that.
Oh God, that scares up the battery.
All right, it's time for
It didn't even go on full.
Rick, I am here on the infield on top of the Tower Suites.
After
turn 1, as the cars are heading up the hill to the S's. And the great thing is I've got an incredible view, but I want to show you the view from the helicopter that really shows you exactly what these drivers are going to deal with going up the hill. First off,
it hasn't even been 5 minutes and my battery is done.
It's a series of left-right turns. It looks like the letter S linked together. You're going to see Matt Bagley over there. Then as they head up the hill, they're going to go to what they call the inner loop or the bus stop. They call that because it actually looks like you're pulling over to stop the bus, just like Mr. Swafford that picks up my daughter from school. Now, if you miss that turn,
Alright guys, I'm gonna take a shower. Be good.
Okay.
They call it that because it's just like the carousel you used to ride as a kid at the fair. The real question is, are you going to pick their horse that looks like a real horse or maybe a tiger? Or are you going to end up looking like a donkey coming out of their side?
Guys, if there is anybody on, I'm sorry, I'm trying to
this track, putting on a
Plug
great show
everything in.
for a packed house here. And then we got turn 6, they call it that because it's the 6th turn. 7, and then back to you guys, Rick, on the front stretch.
It's a pretty good lap.
I'm impressed. Yeah, who knew you could get that many animals in a description of Watkins Glen?
He just did it. And this is one of the great tracks where a lot of strategy will come into play, and so many storylines that are coming into play, as well as there's just 5 races to go until the playoffs. For more of the storylines, let's check back in with Marty Snyder.
Hey, well,
Rick, there have been
two
some
school buses.
fantastic
You said
road
about
course
a
racers
school
in
bus
the Cup
stop.
Series over the years, from Terry Labonte to Rusty Wallace to Jeff Gordon and Tony Stewart. So who is the new road course king? Well, how about Martin Truex Jr.? He's won 2 in a row at the road courses, and he told me this week it really should be 3 or 4 in a row. Their biggest key here, how good they are on old tires at the end of the run, and that will be huge today, Dave, with a 90-degree day here in Watkins Glen.
Marty, Kyle Larson needed to work something out of his system. It was going through the inner loop or the bus stop and not using the curbing and using the turns, actually blowing it, as they say. So, yesterday in practice, he did it 3 times during the Xfinity race, which ended in engine failure, unfortunately for him. He got it right. In his true hopes today, he makes the bus stop every time. Kelly?
Kevin Harvick is already having a career year with 6 wins on the season and plenty of races left ahead. This team told me they're not anywhere near being done. They'd like to win 10 races or more this season, and you have to respect Harvick's chances here at the Glen. He's one of just 3 drivers in this field to have won more than once on a road course race. All right, admittedly, though, they do have a little work cut out for him. Kevin Harvick qualified 15th, right?
How am I supposed to
He's got a ways to
know?
go if he wants to catch up, but strategy comes into play for every single driver and team here. It could help him out, it could hurt him today. Denny Hamlin starts up front. Green flag when we come back.
No. Oh, first person on. Hey guys. Hey, you know, I'm trying to keep this a night race, and it's not really helping.
NASCAR Drive is your live race day companion. You can even watch multiple angles at once. Never miss a lap with NASCAR Drive. Visit NASCAR.com/drive, or you can download it at NASCAR mobile app.
The super speedway of road courses. We've seen some big wrecks there.
There are trouble spots around this track that the drivers will have to deal with.
If you don't do everything right, the little things will bite you and turn into a great big problem.
I'm too old for this. It hurts too much. Big crash, folks. Yeah, don't be done. Slow to someone stop. No stick or hard. Right front is tore up pretty bad.
2 by 2 working their way around this racetrack, and we just saw how many areas around the track that can cause problems for these drivers.
It is such a fast road course. It truly is the super speedway of road course racing. There are not a lot of slow corners. Turn 1 perhaps is the slowest, but there are straightaways at over 175 miles an hour into heavy braking zones, and just not a lot of room. When there's an accident, it usually collects multiple cars. We've seen some huge impacts. Like the calm before the storm right here, right?
I was trying to catch my breath.
Yeah, you need
Waiting
to.
out I was breathing in what's about to happen here.
These drivers need to do the same thing, catch your breath. It may only seem like 90 laps, it may seem like a short race, but we heard Kyle Busch in the pre-race show talk about how grueling in this heat 90 laps will be.
Things happen so quickly here. They're going to get the green flag, accelerate as quick as they can, and then be slamming on the brakes because that is one of the first passing zones. Turn 1 as they go downhill into turn 1. It's Denny Hamlin and Kyle Busch making up row 1. Hamlin in the 11, Kyle Busch in the 18. We're underway from the Glen. Denny Hamlin has a great start on the inside, heading into turn number 1. Kyle Busch might be fighting for that second spot. Coming up on the inside, here comes Chase Elliott. They're headed your way.
Looking pretty wide for a moment. Kyle Busch has to back away. It's Denny Hamlin trying to hang on to the lead, but it's Chase Elliott to the outside, side by side for the lead for just a moment. Hamlin pulls away with the lead, but Chase Elliott stalks his every move as they exit turn number 4.
And into the inner loop, Kyle Busch looks out to the... Oh, he's going for a pass on Chase Elliott. What a move. Incredible restart by Chase, but now he's back to third as they come out of the inner loop. Everybody gets through there A-OK. Carousel. Awesome action so far.
For sure. It's gonna get a temperature warning, guys. Guys, you could get a temperature warning.
He's going to have to defend here quickly. Kyle's going to look to the inside, put some pressure on him. Trying to roll to the 11 car. On turn 7 to build momentum to try to beat him down into turn 1.
And challenging for that spot. Here comes Kyle Busch. He looked to the outside, trying to set up Denny Hamlin as they come down the front stretch. Now he looks to the inside. Hamlin blocks. He moves to the inside. Hard on the brakes. Denny Hamlin trying to stay in front of that 18. Smoke coming out from behind the 11. Now he goes to the inside. Here comes Kyle Busch for the lead.
Hamlin swings way wide out of 1. That opens the inside line for Kyle Busch, and Kyle slips. Look 3 wide again for just a moment. Hamlin's able to hang on to the top spot. Hamlin in the 11 back to the lead. It's Kyle Busch in the 18 third. And now Chase Elliott under fire for Martin Truex Jr. for third.
Unbelievable racing at the start of this event. Sideways, side by side into the inner loop. You just don't see guys make that work. Still side by side on the exit. Kyle Busch is fighting so hard to take the lead here from Denny Hamlin as they go through the carousel. Oh! Denny Hamlin checks up, and all the field has to check up behind him as they come out of the carousel.
Not sure there went a little bit of contact there, Junior. Martin Truex Jr. has used all of this momentum to catch on these guys all the way up to third, caught them side by side.
You can't buy popcorn.
Took advantage of them. Now he's on attack, trying to take trouble right away. Troy Logano in the sand, did not make contact. Keeps rolling, he's going to stay on that path to keep him getting buried in the sand.